Frequent flyer, flies, la 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 la. Frequent flyers back.
What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer? Welcome back to the channel. Smash the like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to extend a warm welcome. So today we're going to do an unboxing here. This package came from Amazon. This is a very unique brushless whoop that I saw on Amazon, and the price was very compelling. This thing was just a little over 100 bucks for a brushless system, and this thing supports 3S. This also has a Caddx. At one point in time, all of the brushless micro quadcopters were coming out with analog cameras, so it has one of those in it. Reminiscent of the trash can. I was thinking that this was probably a rebranded trash can from Eachine, but it turns out this definitely isn't a trash can if it's 3S, because the trash can was only 2S capable. But anyhow, I'm very anxious to see what this thing looks like. So let's hurry up and unbox it. We got the bat knife on deck. Bubble wrap in here. It says Envision FPV drone. It says Junior Racer 75 for students and FPV pilots. And this thing is red. You guys know red is my favorite color. Plastic covering on it. I think it slides out this way. This back here. So I think this is the top. Oh, this thing is sealed as well. Okay, so wow. This thing looks awesome, y'all. Check it out. Let's see what we have in here. We have an extra set of props in here, and these are Gem Fan props. We have 2 battery straps in here. We have some zip ties, a prop removal tool, and what's this right here? Looks like we got battery pads here, rubber battery pads. Anything else in here? Okay, we got some screws in here. And let's look at this drone. Now this thing looks awesome. We have a pretty wide lens here. It looks like pretty large lens. We have a cap on here. Try to get this cap off. There it is. Envision. Now this material here, it almost feels like it has a rubber coat on it. Underneath here we have some carbon fiber on the frame, and we have a rubber battery pad gripper right there. Looks like we have a little cap on there, a little capacitor, and an XT30. So this thing takes 2S and 3S. They're only using 3 screws on the motor mount. We got plugs for the motors here, and let's see what motors we have. Looks like they're 1103 8000 kV, so it's the correct kV for 3S, and they're Envision branded. The props are just press fitted. I'm really anxious to see how this thing is going to fly, y'all. We have a little coaxial antenna on here, and sheesh, this thing looks awesome. Let's see how much it weighs, because it seemed like it might be a little on the heavier side. Okay, let's see. All right, so we got 53.38 grams on the weight, and that's without the battery. Quite interesting. So no battery came along with it. We do have a little bit of room for adjustment on the camera angle there. And sheesh, this thing looks awesome, y'all. Really anxious to get this thing out and fly it and check it out. Oh, wait a minute, I almost overlooked this. This does have a little instruction in here, warning and safety here. And then on the other side, we have sort of a quick start. This thing is a plug and play. In case I forgot to tell you guys, I think I forgot to mention that. So we have the little receiver connection sticking out the bottom there. And so no receiver. Let's see. Wow, this thing says 2 to 4S lipo is accepted on this board here. I'm thinking this thing might just be worth it just for the components alone. This little FC here seems to be 2 to 4S lipo compatible. And so it's set up for S bus. I think you could use DSMX as well. Let's see, I'm reading. Some of the stuff is faded here, so you can barely see it. But a little pin-out of the board here. Barely visible, but I can see we have T2 and R2. Actually, let's get this thing cracked open. We're going to go in, guys. Okay, is this plugged? I think there is a socket. There's a socket right here. So does this thing have a diamond VTX? It looks like one. Right here, guys. Their own version of a diamond VTX, I guess. Or is that the... I don't think this is an actual diamond VTX. But this right here is an actual run cam. I thought this was a Cadix cam, but this is actually a run cam. I can just about make it out down there. It says run cam there. So what is this? It says multi-GP on here. Stem Alliance and all this other stuff. Sheesh, let me look at this manual again. A quick start guide, whatever this thing is. Let me see what they say about this. Looks like this company is called TCMMRC. Let's get back to this drone. Let's see what this VTX is hitting for, y'all. Okay, so this VTX is directly soldered to the camera. But we do have a socket over here. Is this a socket? Yes, there is a socket over here. Okay, so the board was plugged in there. Wow. Really surprised that this board can accept 4S. 2 to 4S it says. So this is the socket here. You have a bind button, or is this a... I can't tell if this is the boot button or a bind button, but there is a button here that can be pressed. Back here we have the ground. We have the volts. 5 volts. Ground there. Okay, those are all the connections for the VTX and all, and the camera. This board doesn't say anything about the manufacturer, what type of board this is. I'm going to have to plug this into Betaflight to see what target this thing has. I don't see anything indicating what's the output of this VTX here. Guess I'll be able to go on the website and find out on Amazon. This is a RunCam Nano 2 camera right here. It's the Envision Junior Racer 75 for students and FPV pilots, I guess. You guys can expect this thing up in the air soon. Thanks for watching.